In this skill, we will be looking at the graphs of circles and parabolas. Parabolas come from quadratic functions, and in level 1, all you have to do is identify the important parts of the graph. So that's going to be x-intercepts, y-intercept, and vertex. The x-intercepts of this graph are the 2 points where the graph touches the x-axis, and you want to give them as ordered pairs. So this point on the left would be -2, 0, and the point on the right would be +2, 0. Y-intercepts are the points where the graph touches the y-axis, and you would only have one of those. And this graph touches the y-axis at the point 0, -4. Again, it needs to be an ordered pair. And then the last thing you need to know how to find is the vertex of a parabola. The vertex of a parabola that's a right side up view is the lowest point. So if you ever have a parabola that's right side up, you find the very lowest point, and that's the vertex. And a right side up parabola has a vertex that is a minimum point. It's the lowest point on the graph. But some parabolas are upside down, and in that case the vertex will be the highest point. And in that case it will be a maximum point, or we call that a max. Since our example is a right side up view, we're looking at the lowest point on the graph, which happens to also be the y-intercept in this case. So the vertex, the very lowest point on this graph, is 0, -4, and that is a minimum point. We call that a min. The other graph that we will be looking at in level 1 is the graph of a circle. And again, you just have to identify the important parts. The first thing you need to find is the center, which is the point right in the middle. And this one actually has a dot at the center. And you're just going to give the ordered pair for that center. That would be the point 2, 1. And then the radius of the circle you could find by going from the center to the side horizontally. You could go from the center to the left, you could go from the center up, or you could go from the center down. Any of those would work where you can just count the boxes. So I'm going to just do from the center to the right, and I'm going to count the boxes. From 2 to 7, that distance would be 5 units. So this radius is 5. And then the diameter is all the way across the circle, which you just add the 2 radii together, or you multiply the radius by 2, and in this case we get a diameter of 10.